it's Shel C from packl Studio, and today I'm sharing with you a collaboration I did with the Canvas Corp brand's creative crew. Say that 3 times fast. And the theme for this month, apparently this is going to be a monthly thing, is my favorite music. And so I was planning on making this cover journal for my kid, and he likes the same type of music that I do. And so I decided to do 2 things at once, make the journal and make the Canvas Corp brands projects at the same time. So what I decided to use is some canvas from Canvas Corp brands. Haha, they make canvas. Imagine that. And I covered it with some heavy gesso, and then I needed a stencil that I don't have and I've never seen. And so I decided to make my own stencil. And what I'm using is some vectors, or just, silhouettes from the internet that I printed out. And then I have a hot knife, I guess it's called. I'm not sure, but it's for wood burning, and they're very inexpensive. You can get it at Walmart. And I have that little tip on there that's very pointy. And then I have a sheet protector. Just a sheet protector like you would put in a 3-ring binder and slip the sheets in if you're making like a presentation or something for school or whatever. So I just cut it so that I'm only having 1 thickness, because it would have 2 thicknesses. And then I'm just using this hot knife to just very simply cut around the electric guitars. This is just different silhouettes of electric guitars. And I guess you can tell what kind of music I like, right? Because it has electric guitars in it. I like rock music, everything from, the oldies, Led Zeppelin and things like that, to the newer stuff. Some of the alternative things. I like all that type of music. So that's what my cover journal theme has, is electric guitars, to give you the idea of rock music. So once I was done cutting my stencil, then I now have my heavy gesso covered pieces of canvas, and I'm using Tattered Angels Glimmer mists, and starting with the very lightest color, which is yellow, and then moving on, I'm spraying through some different pattern stencils, and then flipping them over and using the excess spray that is on the top of the stencil. They're plastic, so it's just going to stay there. Just flipping it over and applying it to the next thing, just to get myself a patterned background with a few bright colors. That's yellow, orange, and pink. And then I start using my homemade stencil with some purple, and I'm just using different pieces of paper that I use for spray and kind of blotting off the excess ink. Instead of turning it over like I was to clean the stencil, I don't want that reversed image on my canvas. Then I decide I'll make some pieces of cardstock, that's glossy cardstock, and use those for collage or something later. So I start using those to clean the stencil as I'm switching colors, still going from the lightest colors to the darkest colors. And if I was doing this on paper, I might heat set in between each spraying, because I don't want the colors to mix, but they are absorbing onto this canvas really quickly, and I'm not having any problem with any type of blooming of the color or any colors mixing. So I'm just going right on through it, which was a happy discovery that canvas doesn't really do that like paper does. So I didn't have to heat set. So I'm just continuing on darker and darker and darker colors, and kind of turning the stencil this way and that. And I've got a few pieces of that cardstock going where I'm absorbing the excess inks, because you don't want to waste that stuff. I mean, you don't want to waste it. So I'm sure sometime in a later video you'll be seeing those colors again. I will put all the colors of the different Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist that I use for this project in the description below, and also on my blog. And of course, the links to all the other people who are participating in this collaboration. I think there's 5 total, or maybe 6, I'm not sure. And they're all making projects with Canvas Corp Brands products and in the theme of my favorite music as well. So you should go visit them and see what they made. I don't know. I'll have to visit them too. And I'll also put a link to the standard canvas that you can purchase. Of course, these came in the mixed paper pads. The canvas that I'm using, those are really cool. You get printed cardstock, you get printed canvas, you get plain canvas, you get corrugated paper, you get burlap. It's like a whole coordinated pack of a lot of different stuff together, all stapled together at the top. And that's a pretty cool thing. That's what I like to get from Canvas Corp Brands. So that's what I get. And that's where this canvas came from. But you can buy just the regular canvas. You can also get their stretched canvas that's untreated, which the only stretched canvas I've ever seen that doesn't already have gesso on it. Although I know it must be somewhere else. But so yeah, just continuing on with my spraying of electric guitars. There's a Flying V, and there's like a Stratocaster type one, and all different ones on there that you might see rock musicians, rock stars playing. I wanted to be a rock star, but I played the cello. So not so many opportunities. I also sang some, but anyway, I think I'm about done spraying all these, and I'm going to let them dry a lot. And then the next step is to put them onto the composition book. You can buy these books really cheap at the beginning of school, like 50 cents at Walmart. And I have in the past made them for gifts for a lot of people when I was doing a lot of stamping. And I would make stamped covers and put all kinds of ribbon and stamp stuff on there. And it was a really great hostess gift when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. They also have some smaller ones that are good for purse sized, but I haven't made them in a long time, and I think that putting this canvas on will be a lot more durable. So what I'm doing is using the Prima 3D Gloss Gel. That stuff will stick anything. If you've seen any type of like assembly mixed media where they put a lot of like buttons and metal things and flowers and then they spray them, that type of mixed media. This is the product that's used most often, I think, to put all that stuff on. It dries clear. It comes out white and then it dries clear. So I put it on the front of the book, and I didn't treat the book at all. I didn't sand it or anything. And then I put it on the back of the canvas. And then now I'm putting a coat of it over the top because I want all those mists to be sealed in. And also I want a little bit of a glossy coating. I don't use gloss very often. Usually I use matte. So this is a little bit different for me, but I thought it would be cool to have a gloss coating over the whole thing. I'm also making sure that it goes over the edge, the black spine binder thing on the edge. I'm putting a little coat of the clear gloss on there too to make it more shiny. And then once it's dry, I am using my stencil again to stencil on one black guitar. Now this is black gesso that I'm using, and it's very, very matte, but it covers really, really well, and it's dark, it's thick, so I'm using it, and then I'm going to put some of that gloss gel over the top of it. And I'm also throwing in a little bit of other extra black by using just some random things on my desk to make circles. This is a sponge dauber, and I'm using the back end of it. And then I also have a tube roll thing, which makes a little bit bigger circles. Just to, since I'm leaving the spine black, and then I'm putting the black guitar, I just needed a little bit more black in the design. So circles are always good. And then also I've got some white spatters going on because I like white spatters. I think I put white spatters on everything. I don't know. But that's what I'm doing and getting it all dry. The stencil I smooshed a little bit, and so I'm drying that guitar really, really well. And then I'm going to use my Posca pen to just kind of straighten out a few smushed spots that I smooshed. That's a technical term, smooshed. You know, when the paint goes underneath the stencil when you aren't as careful as you should be. And then I'm going to put this paper tape on here just for an extra design element because I think it looks cool. It has circles and it has the colors and it has black. So it seemed to work out perfectly. And I don't trust washi tape or paper tape or any of those. So I'm gluing it down with tacky glue, and then I'm going to go over the top of it with some of the gloss medium as well. That'll also make it glossy to match everything else, but then it also helps seal it down so it won't come up later. So I'm using a brush to do that. And again, making sure that the spine has some on there too as I'm going. Off camera, I believe I put a border around this. I don't think it's in the footage because sometimes I forget to turn the camera back on when I think, oh, I should do something. Then I do it, and then I'm like, oh, the camera wasn't on. And I'm also going over with the brush and the gel over all the little circles. Then I printed out these words on my computer on my inkjet, and I am going to apply those, putting the gloss gel on the back and on the cover, and then going over the top of it. And I'm not having any problems with it running or anything. This gel type of formula of things doesn't really smear ink particularly, so that works out pretty well. And I'm going to give it a really, really good dry because I'm going to use my pit pen and go around the edge to make a shadow. So I don't want to ruin my pit pen. So I make sure that the gel is really, really, really dry. And I believe that this is probably near the last step. So I will remind you again to look in the description below to check out everyone else's videos. And also to like, subscribe, comment if you like this video so that it will help my channel grow. That's it for me. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Watching and joining us on this video collaboration. For our theme of favorite music, I went ahead and I used some sheet music and I put together this wreath for our front door. So I'm hoping you'll come over to my channel and just watch how I put it together.
This is Kim Rapier with Craftizen Studios. I am on the Canvas Core Brands Creative Crew team for 2016. June 2006, we're doing a YouTube collaboration, and the theme is our favorite music. And I chose Sea of Love because it's a song that I have loved for quite a long time. And then I wanted to show you what we're going to make. We're going to learn how to make this fancy decorative fold, and we're going to make this card. So I hope you join me. Bye-bye.
Hello, Yasmina. I'm a member of the Corp Brands Creative Crew, and I'm very happy to make this second Corp collaboration with my friends. See you later on my YouTube channel. Bye.